Hi there, I'm John from CNCKing.com, and today we're going to make a custom wine bottle using pine with a John Wayne quote and an image of him. So this here is a John Wayne pine wine bottle. Say that 10 times fast. Anyways, this image here was actually just grabbed off the internet, and as you can see, it's actually really clear. This is laser engraved, and you have the quote up here, and I just added a couple of other little details to the overall wine bottle. This is 3/4 inch pine, or 18 millimeters, as you can see here. It's got a nice dark brown color to the edge, and that's just because that's the color that when our industrial laser cuts through pine or most woods, that's the color you end up having. It doesn't come off your fingers, so you can run your finger here and nothing will be there. My finger is dirty. That's just from doing a couple of self-inking stamps, and I always tend to get the ink all over my hands for some reason, even after years of making them. Anyways, back to the John Wayne wine bottle. As you can see here, it's really clear, and this is going to go up on a wall, so at a distance. So that's why the resolution here, if you look at it really close, it's actually pretty good, but it's not totally easy to make out, just because the eye needs a bit of distance to make out the contrast and what the contrast means. So let's take a look at our industrial laser engraving this piece of pine. As you saw in the video of this being done with our industrial Austrian laser, we use our CO2 laser source to engrave the pine. There's no point in going like 3/4 inch deep into this. We just went maybe about maybe 2 millimeters, or maybe little bit less than maybe 1/16. So it's not very deep, and it doesn't need to be. The deeper we go, the longer it takes to do, therefore it costs the customer more. So it's a pretty good relationship between all of those factors. As it is real wood, you do have knots, and that's just the way wood is. So if you look closely, you can see a knot on his hat there, 2 more there, and you can see 1 more here and 1 more here. Sometimes the knots actually help accentuate the piece, so they really add a lot to the final design. And other times they're just in the most horrible spot and you got to redo the job. There is a way of predicting where it's going to be, but at the end of the day, there's no real way of knowing exactly how the knot will come out after it's been laser engraved. So after it's been engraved, we have to remove the masking. So that's what we're going to take a look at me doing right now. Now you don't see it on this final piece here, but the reason why there was masking on this was because sometimes you have some of the smoke and resin that builds up during production actually go underneath the mask, or sometimes it goes right on the surface. So it saves a lot of time here at CNCKing.com if all we do is remove the mask, and that removes the majority of the surface staining from the resins and the vapor of the wood. Now then what we do a pass sanding it, and the reason for the sanding is to remove anything that sort of went under the mask. So if I didn't use any masking, there'd be a tremendous amount of sanding required because all that stuff was set on the surface and it's really sticky stuff. So after this project was finished here, we're going to ship it over to the customer who requested us to design this on their behalf. And if you're looking for custom pine work, that could have been any piece of pine, that could have been any species of wood, that could have been any size, any shape. In this case here, it's a wine bottle. But if you wanted, I don't know, something totally different, like in the shape of a car, made out of stainless steel or whatever you want, CNCKing.com can make it for you. So if you have any questions, visit our website and contact me.